I think we are at least. It says it's live. So no one is here yet, but I will get some trains running real quick. There we go. Well, just that one train running. There we go. Ah, crap. Never mind. Well, there goes the caboose. I'm gonna have to take that caboose off real quick. Because that is gonna get really annoying with that coming off the track. Alright. Now we should. Oh, hello there. Really useful Trackmaster fan. Alright, so. We should be. Alright. There we go. So, if you guys don't know what this live stream is about, it's gonna be about what I actually got for Christmas this year. And, like, it's not gonna have everything, because some things were not railroad related at all. So, I won't include stuff like that, like the weight bench I got and the 25-pound barbells. Not those. I won't include that. But, I guess I can start off with one of the smaller things that I got. Oh, yeah, I noticed that, actually. But, one of the more smaller things, hold on, let me clear out this spot. It's fine if there's a little bit of a mess in the floor. I'll clean it up after the live stream. Let's see. Why is this air freshener here? What the freak? So I guess I'll just like display the stuff right here that I got. So like I said, first I'm gonna start off kind of small, and it is this, which is a Whittle short line lumber car that they just came out with this year. Pretty good detail. You can take the logs out if you want to, and you can put them back in. And it comes with like a bunch of like red straps on here that's holding on the logs. And then it has nice detailing on the back and the front. And it doesn't have any markings for what railroad company it's on, so I guess you can kind of like make your own railroad, whatever it's on. Which it kind of makes sense. It's probably TTX, as they have the yellow freight cars. So that's probably what it is. At first, I didn't understand. Actually, there's no straps on the top, so I guess these are actually like the pieces of wood that they put up to hold the logs on there. I don't know. A little bit confusing. So let me move that aside to right here. Yeah, I get a lot of their stuff. I couldn't really get anything this year though, because they're mostly out of stock. Alright, I'll start off with the next thing that I got, which is a pretty model. A Athearn ready to run Norfolk and Western SB39. Now this locomotive was from Athearn, like I just said, and it came from Train World. And this particular locomotive is numbered 2963, and it was originally owned by the Illinois Terminal Railroad until the Norfolk and Western took it over. And Norfolk and Western owned it for a few years. Eventually they did sell it to the Boston and Maine Railroad, which was a part of the Guilford Rail system. As you can tell, this particular model is in its Norfolk and Western days. I do like this model. It works really well. And I'm pretty sure you can move the walkways. I think you can. Sort of. Thank you. And something I find interesting about this model is that it has the handbrake on the back. Hold on, let me try to let the camera focus. It has the handbrake on the back for some reason. I know a lot of SD38s and SD39s had that. I just thought that was an interesting detail. But something even more interesting about this is that if you look at the window right here, it's a normal style window. But on the other side, the driver's side, it is a different, more wider window cab design. I guess this is mainly because of like vision or something, just for the driver. I don't really understand why they have that thing on this side, but then they don't have it on this side. At first, I thought my model had somehow gotten broken, but no, it's just made like that. Now another thing to note about this model, which is actually accurate to the prototype, the bell is like a railroad crossing style bell right there. That is not something inaccurate or whatever. Illinois Terminal actually ordered their locomotives like that. Very few railroads actually did that. It's actually pretty obscure to have railroads that ordered the bells like that on there. And yes, they actually do sound like railroad crossings. And the only other railroad I know of that did that was the Chicago Northwestern over there. That's the only other railroad I know of doing that. And this engine does run pretty well. I'm gonna get the other new locomotive that I got for Christmas. Let me speed up. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Thank you. Now, you can come over here. And I'm gonna change the engine that's on there. Put the new SD39 on the track. Gosh dang it, station wagon, move out of the way. Uh-oh. Gosh dang it, there we go. No, do not derail on me. Do not derail. Oh my gosh. Will you... Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put the camera down. And try to put this dang thing on here. I need to back the train up. Alright, there we go. Run it over the re-railer. Now it should be on the track. Oh, I forgot this thing is actually kind of slow. That's my only gripe about it. It's a little bit too slow, and I don't like that. I don't know why it's so slow. It's just built different. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Is that it is kind of a slow runner compared to my other engines. So I guess I'll just run it individually. Alright. Yeah, that's literally 60%. I gotta put it on 65% for it to get a decent speed. Don't mind that. So the next locomotive that I got was this Norfolk Southern GP9, number 2000. Now, this actually replaced another one of my older models that I used to have, which, it's right over here. Gosh, why is the camera getting unfocused? It actually replaced this model right here, which was a Walthers, I think it's Walthers Trainline GP9. And as you can tell, I custom numbered it 2000 piece of tape. It wasn't really that good. I mean, it's a good engine. Yes, it's pretty powerful. But the paint job is technically inaccurate with the Operation Lifesaver on here. So I ended up getting a new model, as you can tell right here, that had the proper paint job and more detail. As you can tell, this one has a lot more detail in terms of like handrails and other things. That's something interesting I noticed about this model is that it actually comes with an engineer and a conductor. Comes with that. And as you can tell, this is former Norfolk and Western. And another cool detail is the F right there. The F right there is a cool detail. I like that. There's a few modifications I'm gonna have to do on it, like adding a bell like the prototype has, and like blanking out the marker lights. But besides that, it's a great model. It runs well. I'm very pleased with it, and I think it'll be a good replacement for the other 2000. Another reason why I like it is it has proper knuckle couplers. I can run it with the GP9 without any problem. I'm sorry guys that the camera keeps going out of focus. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, there we go. So I'm going to put it with this one, since these are the two ones that we've reviewed. Well, the three have the other one running right now. So it'll just stay right there. Alright, let's get the next locomotive, which is also the most expensive engine that we got, and probably the heaviest one as well. So this right here is a fully brass, custom painted Norfolk & Western GP30. This engine costs $200, but there are some problems with it, unfortunately. Which kind of makes me mad, like the chipping in the paint, which that I don't really mind that much, but it's also missing some air hoses right there. It does have a weathered coupler though. It is actually weathered, which I do like. If you look closely, you can see like right there where like water has came down and slowly messed up the paint. But this thing arrived damaged from what my dad told me, where supposedly this truck would not move at all. And also, which I partially fixed it, as you can tell, it's also missing the air hoses right there. But this was like really badly bent. It looked like it had hit a semi truck. It was that bad. I tried to bend it back. It didn't go 100% to plan, but at least it looks halfway decent. Yeah, it's like I said, it's also missing the knuckle coupler. And unfortunately, I did have to chip some of the paint when I repaired it. Because, yeah, it was really bent. Like, it was touching the ladders right here. It was that badly bent. I have no idea what the freak happened in shipping, but they need to do a better job at packing their stuff. And unfortunately, I don't know why, but it stopped working. I'm assuming because a wire broke. That's the most likely reason, since it just stopped and it wasn't like getting any power from the track. So that's probably the reason why that one stopped working, a broken wire connection. So I'll couple it right there. On the next thing that I got, hold on. I might have to put the camera down for this. I gotta be really careful doing this. Really careful. Alright, there we go. So the last thing that we're going to be showing in this video was this display case that had a Norfolk Southern GP38-2 from the SCX Locomotive Shop 1993 Safety Award for DS Flutie, or Flutie, I don't know how to pronounce that. This was a locomotive that apparently was like just for display purposes. I never intended on running it, and also unfortunately that glass or plastic was cracked, but you can take this display off. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but it is actually like screwed on to the point where I can pick this thing up and it's not going to come off. Like, I can literally shake it. I'm literally shaking it, not moving at all.